Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. So now another set of examples is taken in next 10 verses or so. And Sarpatvena yatharajju Rajatattvena shuktika Vinirnita vimudhena Dehatvena tathatmata. हमने ये कर लिया क्या? नहीं, ठीक है. Just as a rope is imagined to be a snake and a seashell to be a piece of silver, so is the Atman determined to be the body by an ignorant person. So the ignorant person, he does not see what is original, he only sees that which is imaginary. He sees only that which is projected. And अच्छा ये कर लिया हमने, ये कर लिया.
70th श्लोक
नहीं 70th हो गया. कहाँ गया? 75th या 76th ईयर है ना?
70 के ऊपर.
हाँ 76 हमने 75th verse was this. One of the example was, just as one sees the illusion of a tree on account of water, so does a person on account of ignorance see the Atman as the body. So I gave you the example that in the still waters you see the reflection and so on. And now the topic from 76th verse is how the ignorance makes one think of the ever pure, ever existing Atman that you are, to appear in material forms. And material forms, wherever they come, there is multiplicity, there is duality. And this is now starting from this verse, from the previous verse, we can say, Potena gachatah punsaha, tena gachatah punsaha, sarvam bhati va chanchalaha, sarvam bhati va chanchalaha, tadvadatmani dehatvam, tadvadatmani dehatvam, pasyatyajnana yogataha, pasyatyajnana yogataha. Just as to a person going in a boat, everything appears to be in motion, so does one consider the Atman to be the phenomenal world. And in this way, this is the way of the ignorant things. The catch is, where you are going in the boat, or you are going in the plane, or you are going in the train, or you are going in the car, and you feel the car is moving forward. That is not seen. But road is leaving you behind. That road is going behind. That is seen. So Or for example, another example which comes to my mind is just now, before when we were at Kailash, we are मजा आ रहा था तो हाथ खोले एंड वी वेंट राउंड एंड राउंड एंड राउंड, फिरकी मारी थोड़ी और उसके बाद रुक गए at 18,000 feet. When we stop, Kailash, all other mountains, everything in the creation, everything is still moving. So is that movement real? But it appears to be moving. Exactly the same way, instead of the Atman, we are taking the phenomenal world to be real. पीतत्वं हि यथा शुभ्रे पीतत्वं हि यथा शुभ्रे दोषाद् भवति कस्यचित् दोषाद् भवति कस्यचित् तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं पश्यत्यज्ञानयोगतः योगतः. Just as to a person suffering from a defect, for example jaundice, everything appears as yellow. Or if for someone who is suffering from cataract, take the glasses out, everything is all a mixture, nothing is clear. But exactly the same way, or another example, if you wear yellow glasses, you will see the world yellow. If you wear the dark glasses, you will see the world dark. If you wear blue glasses, you will see the world blue. Similarly, the defect is in our thinking. So, and that defect needs to be corrected. And because of that defect, we consider, what is that defect? Incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge. What is the defect? Incomplete eyesight. Either you get it operated or you keep increasing the glass power. चक्षुभ्यां भ्रमशीलाभ्यां सर्वं भाति भ्रमात्मकं तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं पश्यत्य ज्ञानयोगतः. Just as to a person with defective eyes, everything appears to be defective, so does one take the Atman to be the phenomenal, forgets the Atman and sees the phenomenal world as real. Alatam brahmanenaiva vartulam bhati suryavata तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं पश्यत्यज्ञानयोगतः. Just as a firebrand, through mere rotation appears circular like a sun, so does an ignorant person, instead of taking everything to be Atman, considers the cyclical phenomenal world as real. This example we take many times to explain the ego. When you take the firecracker and you keep turning it around, it is only at one place at any given time. But there is an appearance of circle of light. That appearance of circle of light is ego. So, same way, here, with every thought, the I is coming, isn't it? I see, I hear, I teach, I touch, I feel, I talk, I hear, I understand. So with every thought, the I is coming and I is going away. But what is your understanding? That I is continuous. Which I? This I which associates with the object is a continuous one. It is not. This illusion of continuity is what is called ego. Similarly, we are taking the illusion to be real and not remembering, not taking the original. We are disregarding it. That is the Atman. Mahatve sarva vastunam anutvam hyati durataha Tadvad Atmani Dehatvam
तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं
Pasyatyajnana Yogataha.
पश्यत्यज्ञानयोगतः.
So here you see Tadvad Atmani Dehatvam Pasyatyajnana Yogataha. This is the refrain. And what is that? The yogi sees what is as it is. An ignorant person, Tadvad Atmani Dehatvam. The ignorant fellow, he takes the body to be real and forgets the original. Just as all things that are really large appear to be small owing to great distance, so does one take the Atma to be the ignorant takes the world or the body to be real. So how does a large appears to be very small? Because of the distance, isn't it? Now this thought is continued in the second verse. Sukshmatve sarva bhavanam sthulatvam chopanetratah tadvadatmani dehatvam pasyatyajnana yogataha. Just as all objects that are very small appear to be large when you view it through a telescope or when you see it through a microscope. So in telescope you can make it far, you can make it close, isn't it? But what is the actual size of the object, that you don't know when you are seeing through telescope. So this way we are you can also, that is called siddhis. You can hear other people's thoughts. You can see people in other countries without knowing who they are. You can these are all different concentration exercises. I was telling you 2-3 days in 1 or 2 classes before. You focus in the middle of the tongue, you can taste any food. You can to focus on the palate on the top, and you can see any form if you want to. And in this way, in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, many exercises are given. Only 2-3 days are required, 3 days are required to accomplish that. And why you want to accomplish it, one or two of them, not all of them, so that you become convinced that your mental potential is much more than what you are thinking it is. And if you become convinced of that, then you will say, oh, then what is my full potential? Be the Atman. Then don't get lost. Otherwise you will start a darbar. Aao, chithi leke aao. What do you want? I'll tell you. What questions you have, I have already written it down. And that is seva going on. That is okay. He says, Hanumanji makes me do it. I have 3-4 people I know who do that. One is in jail now. Huh? Asaram nahi. He didn't have that power. But one more, when Bhatkal Lake was there in Haryana, and there one Mahatma was there, and politicians used to come with bags full of money to पता नहीं क्या करते थे, मुझे पता नहीं. तो मैं that was the first one I came to know. Then his son, he lives in South Africa, he also does the same thing. Then now आजकल Bageshwar Dham, he also does the same thing. And I have met quite a few others who are not popular like these fellows, but they do that. Satya Sai Baba could do it. So, but that is not our goal. Continuing, Kacha bhumau jalatvam va, Kacha bhumau jalatvam va, Jala bhumau hi kachata, Kachata tadvadatmani dehatvam, Pasyatyajnana yogataha. Just as the surface of glass is mistaken for water or vice versa, so also the Atman is mistaken for the phenomenal world. Atma is taken as the body is taken as the Atma, not Atma is taken, body is taken as the Atma. And this way we live in the ignorance. Yad vad agnau manitvam hi hi manau avahnita puman tadvadatmani dehatvam pashyatya yogatah. Just as a person imagines a jewel in a fire or vice versa, so also one considers the body to be the world to be the Atman, and in this way, and no doubt, world is nothing but the Atman, but not as name and form. In essence, no doubt, the wave is nothing but water. But as long as your attention is on the name and form of the wave, till then water is not available to you. See? In your mind, you're seeing a wave. But when it comes, water is only everything. Even the form is also pervaded by the water. फिर घंटी बजती है. अभ्रमेषु सत्सु धावत. No. अभ्रमेषु सत्सु धावत्सु सोमो धावति भाति वै तद्वदात्मनि देहत्वं पश्यत्यज्ञानयोगतः. Just as when clouds move, the moon appears to be in motion. But in childhood, or even now also, if the cloud is moving, you think, the moon is moving. You get carried away by that. Similarly, we get carried away by considering body to be the self. Yathaiva digviparyaso mohad bhavati kasyachit tadvadatmani dehatvam pashyatyagnana yogatah. Just as a person through confusion loses all distinction between different points of the compass, so does a man when he takes the body to be the self, he loses the compass of life. Then, because why? He has crystallized his consciousness. When you crystallize the consciousness has become a particular object. Non-crystallized consciousness is infinite in nature. So rather than being the infinite and knowing everything, now as crystallized, he knows nothing. Only knows I am the body, and thus he loses the compass of life. Yatha shashi jale bhati chanchalattvena kasyachit tadvadatmani dehatvam pashyatyagnana yogatah. This is the last one, and here it says, just as the moon when reflected in the waters appears to one as unsteady, so does the self appear unsteady when it is considered as the body. Correct? So in this way, so many examples are given to us, not to prove that body is real. It is told to prove, to see that if you consider the body to be real, body to be the self, then these are the concepts, these are the ways. There are so many examples in the world that, as we have gone through, similarly you are considering the body also to be real, and that is a wrong conclusion. एवमात्मन्य विद्यातो देहान्यासो हि जायते देहाध्यासो ध्यायते स एवात्मपरिज्ञानात् लीयते च परात्मनि. Thus through ignorance arises in Atman the delusion of the body, which again through self-realization disappears. This delusion means forgetfulness. Delusion means non-apprehension of reality. And where there is non-apprehension of reality, then what happens? Misapprehension begins. Misapprehension means projection. So put another pair of words: forgetfulness and projection. Non-apprehension, misapprehension. Delusion, illusion. Deluded about the self, so you create the illusion. Your non-apprehension of reality leads to misapprehension of reality. Forgetfulness of the self leads to projection of the world. This is what is going on. So correct. So the delusion that I am the body is a matter of our mind. It is only a concoction of our mind. It is not real. It is only a projection or illusion of our mind. And there is no real existence of the body. There is no real existence of the body. Is there real existence of day? No. Then who is real? The sun. Or take it even more. Is the reflection of the sun or moon real, or the original sun or the moon real? The original is real, isn't it? So reflection, how can it be real? One wave comes, it starts dancing away. Same thing is here. एक हवा का झोंका आया टूटा डाली से फूल. वही हमारा हाल है. एक हवा का झोंका आया, a thought comes and we start moving. The breath comes, the whole body starts moving. Inside it's moving. Without thought, without breath or without thought, nothing is there. So in this way, and which again disappears through self-realization, and when we come to realize the Atman is the only truth and nothing else apart from it exists, then ignorance along with its effects. What is the effect of ignorance? What is the effect of avidya?
Delusion.
The child is kama, grandchild is avidya, kama, karma. So these are the three. Avidya along with the child kama leads to kama, because the moment multiplicity appears, you desire, and when the desire comes, you act in order to procure. So avidya, kama, karma, these three words must come. Anytime there is ignorance, there is avidya, kama and karma following it. So when self-realization happens, you come back to when you become convinced, firstly, about you being the Atman and the substratum, thereafter avidya, kama, karma, all of them by themselves completely go out of your system. And these three every day go out of your system when you go to sleep. There's no, ignorance is there. I can't say ignorance. Ignorance is there for whom? For the individual. Kama has vanished. Karma has vanished. Where have they vanished? They have become unmanifest, only to surface again the next day when you wake up. And in this way, once we recognize that we are of the nature of this Atma, then that itself is immortality, and thereafter the delusion of the body, that is identification with the body, and avidya, kama, karma, or kama, karma through the body, all this stops once and for all. means stops, meaning what? You are not affected, you are not invested, you are not impacted by the karma and karma. Because we see Mahatmas moving around, no? But they are not impacted by the karma and karma. That topic will come after this. Now it will start. Sarvamatmataya jnatam, sarvamatmataya jnatam, jagat sthavara jangamam, jagat sthavara jangamam, abhavat sarva bhavanam, sarva bhavanam, dehasya chatmata kutaha, chatmata kutaha. So here he says, when the whole universe, sthavara jangamam, that which is immovable and that which is movable. Sthavara, immovable, jangamam, that is movable. And so the whole universe, which is movable and immovable, is known to be Atman. It can only be known as Atman when we abide in the Atman as the Atman, not as a Jiva. And thus, the existence of everything else is negated, meaning because you are not available to it. It's not that you are negating it, you are not available to it. Just like in deep sleep, you are not available to the waking and dream. You are not available to the body, you are not available to the breath, you are not available to relations, you are not available to your bank balance, you are not available to your possessions. Everything has gone out of your mind. Why? Because you are in tune or in the lap of sleep. Here what has happened? You are at one ment with the Atman that you are. When that happens, then all this is still there, but nothing is available for you because you are not invested in it. Where is there any room to say that the body is Atman? So just like we don't say that I am the body when we are sleeping, even more potent is being the Atman. Here it is the effect of ignorance. There is the effect of intoxication of ignorance is leading to sleep. Their intoxication of being self-aware is leading to that state. And from that point, you are living in this world, but nothing is able to impact or grab your attention even for a moment. Then only the non-dual Atman remains, and there is no room for the body, breath, mind, the panchakoshas or the world. Atmanam satatam janan, satatam janan, kalam nayamahadyute, kalam nayamahadyute, prarabdham akhilam bhunjan, dhammakhilam bhunjan, nodvegam kartumarhasi, nodvegam kartumarhasi. So now, the Mahatma is not available to anything in this world. He is not available to the body, he is not available to the breath, thoughts, the five senses, or to the relations, or to the world. Meaning he is not impacted. His life is no longer functioning as I am a son, I am a father, I am a daughter, I am this, I am that. He is once he has come to be the Atman, he continues to be the Atman. But then how do we know if he is he is having a body? We see that he is feeling hungry. We see he has to go to loo. We see he says I am going away here. We see him walking. We see him making hair, etc., etc. Isn't it? So what is that? Now here is telling the word prarabdha has been introduced here. So why his body continues to function even though he has come to realize the truth? That is the reason is the prarabdha. And so here the teacher is telling kahan gaya? Mahadyute is O enlightened one, because you have come to know the Atman, so you are the enlightenment. Pass your time. So the teacher Shankaracharya is telling us having come to know the Atman, O great one, O enlightened one, O self-knowing one, now pass your time always contemplating on Atman. Meaning, okay, so here we have seen all the examples, we are still not merged into the Atma. We are still not merged into the Atma here, according to him. That's why he's saying, keep contemplating on the Atman. So we have become convinced, we have weaned ourselves away from the world, we have weaned ourselves away from the senses, from the thoughts, from the emotions, from the convictions. We have come to the witnessing consciousness. Now keep contemplating on the Atman, which is expressing as the witness. Then contemplating on the Atman while you are experiencing all the results of prarabdha. For if you become distressed, if you become afraid, if you become reactive to what is taking place in life, then you will forget being the witness and you will fall into the role that you are, the reactionary role. So this is the titiksha now. This is the endurance. The world will be according to prarabdha. If according to prarabdha hunger is coming, take or wait. He already put the book In Quest of God in the group. Read it. See how he endures the whole thing in his story. If it comes, our problem is, roti kha ke thak gaye, pizza chahiye. Whatever comes, eat quietly and shut up. Then if we have two choices, I will take only this, I will not take that. Don't give yourself any choices. And in this way, accept the prarabdha. So your attention is on the Atman, you're contemplating on the Atman, and in your daily life, whatever is coming towards you, whatever successes, whatever failures, whatever difficulties, whatever diseases, whatever challenges, etc. are coming towards you, accept them as prarabdha and don't react to it. Exhaust them. Because if you try to fix them, next life again you have to go and deal with them. Why? See, our Satya Sai Baba, someone went to him, he says, Swamiji, you are healing so many people's eyes, why don't you heal my eyes? Or someone else said, why don't you heal my polio? He said, I can, no problem. You got a choice. They could not handle the pain, so I did it for them. Can you handle the pain? Yeah, I have been living with it for now, but why don't you make me also complete and whole? He says, yeah, I can do it. It will take me 1 second. But remember one thing, if I do it, your next birth is guaranteed. Because I have only postponed it. I have not sorted it out. I cannot sort out your prarabdha. I have only postponed it. So next life will have to be there. Or you live this life, you have already lived it for so many years, few more years, then exhaust it completely, then there is no next life. This is the only obstacle. Krishna and Arjuna, they were moving around through Dwarka or somewhere, and maybe Dwarka. And as they were walking on the road, people were doing namaskar, chamatkar, all going on, and suddenly one old man with one calf, milking cow, not calf, milking cow, was sitting on the side of the road. He said, Krishna, at last I have had your darshan, please give me ashirwad. He says, may your cow die. May your cow die. Arjuna did not understand why did he bless him like that. They moved ahead. One Baniya came, businessman. He said, Krishna, after such a long time, please give me a blessing. May your wealth double. Now Arjuna could not handle keep quiet. He said, why this fellow who has everything you asked, you blessed him that let his wealth double, and that fellow who had only one cow, you said let the cow die? You know? Why did he bless both in that manner?
That was the only attachment for him.
Good. For that old man, that cow was the only attachment. And the moment, because he was still desire, till the cow was there, please bless me. Now the cow was not there, he was only chanting Krishna, 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 and very soon he became one with him. So the only obstacle between him and Krishna was that cow. So that was the blessing. And for what about the businessman? His pot of frustration he has not reached the peak of frustration. He needs more money to be frustrated. And when he reaches that, automatically he will come. That is prarabdha. So here, according to our karma theory, prarabdha is, so there are three types of karma: sanchit karma, prarabdha karma, and agami karma. What is sanchit karma? Sanchit karma are those karmas which you have collected over your past lives. It's a theory, huh? Don't take it to be reality. So because we believe there is past life, so we know that if a past life, what is past life? Yesterday is my past life. So yesterday, if she fed me chilies, my prarabdha this morning will be a burning backside. Correct? So why am I experiencing this? Why my life is like this? Why my parents are like this? Why my children are like this? It is all because what you have done in your previous life, that's why you are experiencing whatever you are experiencing at the moment. That is so sanchit karma. And then prarabdha is some part of that sanchit karma which becomes fructified in the form of this body and this life. So that is called prarabdha. And we, as I have told you before, in this life, we have got the opportunity to go through the prarabdha, exhaust it completely, and realize. But what do? While we are going through the prarabdha, we keep complaining and manipulating and collecting more karmas, doing more karmas and collecting more karma phala, collecting more samskar. That becomes the agami karma, that which has yet to be accrued, which you are going to collect. So that becomes the agami, that which has not been accrued yet. So this way, sanchit, prarabdha, and agami, and out of which what we are talking about here is the prarabdha. Whereas atma, the sanchit is the accumulated karma, prarabdha is that which has become fructified at the moment. That means you are taken out of the bank balance and you are using it right now. And agami is that which you are putting into the bank again. Like that. Huh? So because the one who is abiding in the Atman is already free and all sorrows have left him, urvarukameva bandhanat, and such a person moves through this world like normal human beings. He moves because as long as the body is there, he will be moving through the world. He moves like normal human beings. But within him, he knows it for certain. He knows complete, undeniable conviction that none of these acts can bind him anymore. He will not get entangled in the acts. He does not get entangled in seeing, hearing, touching, feeling. He does not get entangled in possessions and relations. He does not get entangled in past or future. He does not get entangled in joys and sorrows. Or if by prarabdha the mind is behaving that way, let it behave. But there is no ownership that I am happy, I am sorrowful, I am diseased. Ramana Maharshi, when he was there, he was asked, he had some cancer of the throat. So people used to say, out of love for him and concern for him, Swamiji, please let's go to the hospital. Once or twice he went also, but when it became over too much, then he used to say, oh, where you want me to go? Why you want me to go? Because you have cancer. He says, I have cancer? He says, no, I am cancer. Not I have. I am cancer. Who can say this? Whose vision is everything I am, isn't it? Water can say, if at all, that I am the wave. Wave cannot say I am the water. If it says I am the water, then wave is no longer there. And this way Ram Sukdas ji, he was also very similar. Till the last moment, he used to be at Rishikesh, Gita Bhavan, he used to give lectures in Hindi on Bhagavad Gita. That Sadhak Sanjeevani which you have seen, that is written by him. Till the last day, he was giving satsang. Till the last day of his, till he was living, he will come. Give satsang. So, this Mahatma, he knows for certain that all these, the acts, where are the acts happening? Act becomes action when? Act becomes action. When does it become action? When does Kriya become karma? When you take the doership, when the karta comes, isn't it? The karta here, the individual, has merged into the Atman. So where is the karta now? There is no karta. Only act is going on. Only kriya is going on. And this fellow is so intensely attached to it that he has got no time to indulge in the acts. He says, let them go on. They are coming by prarabdha. And this happens to you also. He is listening to the satsang, but a call came that is more important than the satsang. Nothing wrong, because he has to do the job. Similarly, just like in the back of his mind, he is ever available to the call that comes. Same way, a realized master is ever available to the Atman. Is ever available to the Atman. Not available to the world. Not available to the body. And in this way, utpanne pyatma vijnane prarabdham naiva munchati iti yat shruyate shastre tannirakriyate dhuna. He says, again, remember, Sanchit, Prarabdha, Agami, all this is a story. Past, present, future, all this is a story. Rebirth is a story. Karma is a story. The theory one hears from the scriptures that Prarabdha does not lose its hold upon one, even after the origination of the knowledge of Atman is now being refuted. So where do we see that even after so I also said the same thing, isn't it, just now? That you see a Mahatma and that Mahatma is suffering from disease, is having hunger, etc., etc. So that means the prarabdha is functioning. And we give the example, you switch off the fan is still moving. So this fellow has switched off this thing is still moving, and that is called the prarabdha. So here the scripture is refuting this conclusion. क्या बोलते हैं देखते हैं अभी यहाँ पे. So here till a person has not become or not become, has not realized that he is Atman, till then the effect of prarabdha is cognized and the person remains alert and vigilant not to give any value and credence and attention to the prarabdha, not react to the prarabdha. Why? Because he has not merged into the truth. See, as long as this witness is there, this witness is watching this, the momentum of this is becoming slow. But suppose out of while it is becoming slow, some very powerful desire or thought comes out of the mind, and the witness who was watching this whole thing suddenly gets entangled in that desire, because the force of desire was so powerful. You don't know. You don't know. You're sitting here, suddenly the bladder pressure comes and you hold it, and then eventually when you can't, भागना पड़ता है ना? Unreasonable pull. Exactly the same way. This fellow gets pulled. So for who is aware of the prarabdha? Witness. He is witnessing that all that act that is going on in the body mind, gross body, subtle body, causal body, it's on account of prarabdha. But when he merges into the self as the self, or realizes that he is the self, according to the scriptures, there is nothing called prarabdha, because his vision has transformed into all-encompassing vision. He cannot see anything different apart from Atman after that. Can the wave which has realized that it is the waters, from water's point of view, can she say, oh, what is the prarabdha of this wave now? Can it say? Not possible. The same thing is here. It says, So this is the conundrum, that some places the Shruti says the realized the Jnani, he is not free from prarabdha, and some places it says he is free from prarabdha, and the only answer is that you come to realize and find out for yourself, because we are talking about something, because Shrutis say we cannot dictate what is the disposition of the realized master. We can only tell you, indicate that is the truth, but the one master is the one who is abiding in that truth as the truth. We have got no jurisdiction in that area. We can tell you sthita prajna lakshana. We can give you gunatita lakshana. We can give you bhakta lakshana. But we cannot tell you what bhakta is experiencing after he has merged into the Lord. How when you have gone beyond the three gunas, what is your disposition? We cannot tell that person, because we are inert, he is living. You understand? Scriptures are inert. They are part of this creation. They cannot make you realize. They can only indicate that this is a worthy goal. Please pursue. Who has to pursue? He who is living, or whoever, he or she who is living, they have to pursue that goal. Scriptures cannot pursue that goal. So here, Adi Shankaracharya, without any question, refutes that the person who has come to know the Atman, for such a person, there is nothing called prarabdha. You, me, all of us are looking at that person as a human being, isn't it? But the person who is realized, is he seeing himself as a human being? He is not available to multiplicity. That's why he is realized. So for him, he's become infinite. There is no he has become non-specific. Body is specific. That body was a specific idea, a specific form in his mind. And mind, having discarded all specificity, has come to become non-specific. How can a non-specific mind say, I am this body? Cannot. And in this way, tattvajnanodayad urdhvam, tattvajnanodvaya urdhvam, prarabdham naiva vidyate, prarabdham naiva vidyate. देहादीनाम सत्त्वात्तु यथा स्वप्नो विबोधतः. So now these verses 91 and 92 are in support of this conclusion. He says, after the origination of the knowledge of reality, prarabdha ceases to exist for a realized master, because the body and whatever is connected to the body. What is connected to the body? Possessions and relations, past and future, isn't it? Memories. All this, whatever is associated to the body becomes non-existent. It is no longer available. Just as a dream does not become available to you after you wake up, you cannot access the same body again. You cannot access whatever is connected to the dream body, house, family, the food or the relations or the shape or the how they looked also you cannot remember again. After 2 seconds it is all gone. 2-3 seconds. If something has made a really big impact on your mind, it's a hazy remembrance, but that also goes away after 5 minutes. It doesn't last for long. And same way, the scriptures declare that, Upanishads declare that for a person who is abiding in the Atman, for him the prarabdha does not exist, and it is completely destroyed. Just like when in the light, darkness cannot exist. Similarly, when the knowledge of the self reveals itself, at that very moment, that darkness, which is called as ignorance, and that ignorance is of the mind. That ignorance also, and which led to karma and karma, that also gets destroyed in toto. There is nothing, not even an iota of it left behind. In the absence of the body, prarabdha also, if body is not there, if body is not available for cognition, how can the prarabdha be available for cognition? For whom? For the one who is realized. You may see it in a Mahatma, but for that Mahatma, for that soul, or that jiva who has come to recognize himself as the essential one, and thus there is nothing for him to act in this life afterwards. Then he is merged into the truth. And those who are in that, those who are totally body disidentified, they are called avdhutas. They've got no sense of their body. They move out like ghosts. Karma janmantariyam yata prarabdham yati kirtitam Tattu janmantara bhavat.
Tattu
Janmantara bhavat. Pumso naivasti karhichit. Pumso naivasti karhichit. That karma which is done in a previous life is known as prarabdha. Nahi, this is control. Kya bol raha hai? That karma which is done in previous life. No. हाँ ठीक है ना. The karma that is done in the previous life, when it becomes activated in this life, it is called as prarabdha. है ना? But such a prarabdha does not exist for a man of knowledge, because he has no more birth. He has come to recognize birth and death was only a figment of imagination. It was only phenomenal. Because he has sorted all this out, only then he became one with the Atman, isn't it? If there was any doubt left, he could not have self-realization. He has sorted all this out. He has given zero value to all this. Just like, very simple example. You had such an intricate, detailed life in the dream. But when you wake up, do you give it any value? No. Do you feel the loss of it? No. Do you aspire to go back to the dream? If you do, you are the biggest fool. But do you aspire to go back to it? No. That desire is also not there. Exactly the same way. When you wake up from this waking state, and wake up to where? Wake up to yourself, the Atman. Then will you be able to come back to the waking dream? No. Will you have desire to come back to the waking dream? No. Will you remember the waking dream? No. Same rule as in the dream. So when you wake up from the dream, all these things are your disposition. So now you have to wake up from this waking dream. And the only place where you can go after that is to the self. Either you go to sleep and empty your mind, or you go to the self and completely, once and for all, destroy the mind. Destroy means completely gone, once and for all. Because then, if there is mind and there is Atman, again duality. That is Sankhya philosophy. One Atma per body. No, we are saying, once you go beyond the mind and come to realize, then everything else becomes null and void. Swapna deho yathadhyastah Swapna deho yathadhyastah Tathaivayam hi dehakah Tathaivayam hi dehakah Tathaivayam hi dehakah Adhyastasya kuto janma Adhyastasya kuto janma Janma bhave hi tat kutaha Janma bhave hi tat kutaha. Just as the body in a dream is superimposed and therefore illusory, it's only a figment of imagination, so is also this gross body that you, me and everyone are experiencing at this moment. How could there be any birth of the imaginary body? That which was not there before, that which will not be there afterwards. How can something which was not before and not afterwards suddenly appear to exist in between? And if something which was not before and not afterwards and is appearing in between the two parameters, it has to be necessarily illusions. It cannot be permanent. It cannot be real. So to consider it to be real and live life as taking it to be real is the biggest foolishness. So here it is saying, how could there be any birth of the superimposed body, and in the absence of the birth of the body, where is the room for that prarabdha at all? So if you come to this conclusion also, but what do you feel? Do you feel you were there before or not? So before yesterday you were there? Yeah. Before tomorrow you will be there? After tomorrow you will be there? Yes. Bring it to this moment. Before this moment you were there? Yes. This moment you are there? Yes. After this moment you will be there? Yes. Oh, but before this moment body was also there. In this moment the body is there, and after this moment also body will be there. Which body? Which body? Is it the same body? Or from past to present to future the body has changed? Body has changed. Have you changed? Do you feel you have changed? When you say change, my body has changed, my breath has changed, my mind has changed, my concepts have changed, but you don't feel that you have changed. So, thinking like in this manner, what I just narrated, this is called thinking. This is called thinking. This is called contemplation. And this is based on what the scripture is saying. It's not my figment of imagination. So if the body is not there, if the body itself is illusory, then where's the question of prarabdha of an illusion? Where's the question of prarabdha of a wave? Water is the reality. Where is the question of prarabdha of ornament? Gold is the reality. Where is the question of prarabdha of a pot? Earth is the reality. Yes, pot may be useful, ornament may be useful, wave may be useful to play and jump in it. But because it is useful does not mean it is real. That usefulness is the game of the jiva. He wants everything to be useful. He uses people also for his use. If I become friends with him, what will I gain? I think I should go to this community, I should go to that group, and there you go, and someone says I am a plumber, I am an electrician. Oh, good, I should make friends with him. I might get free work done from him. What is in it for me? If I come across an accountant, okay, maybe he can help me out with my tax. Maybe he can give me advice for which I'll have to pay through my pocket. Free advice. What is in it for me? This is how the jiva moves around in the world. So prarabdha is only a working theory when you take body to be real. Understand this. It is not the truth. It is not even the relative truth. But people are lost in this prarabdha. उठते बैठते मेरा प्रारब्ध आ गया. कौन आ गया? If you come to the correct conclusion that the body is an illusion, then there is no prarabdha at all. Then you live in the moment. That's it. And in the moment there is only one. That is the Atman. That's it. Upadanam prapanchasya mrudbhandasyeva kathyate ajnanam chaiva vedantaihi tasmin nashte kva vishvata. The Vedanta texts declare ignorance to be verily the material cause of the phenomenal world. What is it? Ignorance. So what is the material out of which the whole world has been created? Ignorance. What is ignorance? Delusion. What is delusion? Forgetfulness of the self. So ignorance of what has become the cause of the world? Ignorance of the self has made the world to appear. Realization of the self will make the world to disappear. Simple. See, that ignorance at the totality level is called as Maya. The Vedanta texts declare ignorance to be verily the material cause of the phenomenal world, just as earth is of the jar. That ignorance being destroyed, where can the universe subsist? If the incomplete knowledge is destroyed, and you have come to whatever you were ignorant about, now you have come to know. Hare yaar, ignorance was in the mind. I am the Atman. You have come to realize the Atman. Now there is no mind. Once you realize the Atman, how can there be any mind? Once you realize the light, how can there be any darkness? Ignorance is darkness. And then therefore, if the ignorance is gone, how can the universe survive? How can the phenomenal world survive? It cannot survive. And in this way, Maya at the totality level, Prakriti at the totality level, and that same Maya or Prakriti at the individual level is called as ignorance. And and in this way, so the Maya was Trigunatmika, correct? Being Trigunatmika, she created the world. Similarly, at individual level, the forgetfulness of the self has brought about the identification with the body and the whole world. So if that ignorance itself is gone, how it has gone? We have come back to our essential nature. If we have come back to essential nature and now the ignorance is no longer available, is not expressing, where is the question of the world? And that is what is told here. That did you see the Matrix? Some of you seen Matrix? Based on Bhagavad Gita, you should listen. 3 parts of the movie are there. Lot of fighting and killing, but you see the movie. How in the first movie he wakes up from the dream, starts recognizing his potential. In the next one, he comes to know he is the Atman, but he's not fully, his potential is increasing. And in the third one, he merges into the Atman as the light. And complete all the dark forces, that means machines, they lose their power in front of. He metamorphizes everything into the nature of light. That is, देखो कभी मजा आएगा. So same here, matrix is threads going this way, threads going this way. This is matrix. Okay? Or matrix is continuous, 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 in different manners. The whole matrix comes about, and that is what the creation is. Om vibrating. As Om vibrates, all the natural sounds starts appearing due to ignorance. What are the natural sounds? A, u, ri, I, u, ru, ru, e, I, o, ama. Now, these natural sounds, they start just like clouds hit each other and create lightning. These natural sounds dash against each other. Then what happens? Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, ta, ta, da, da, na, ta, ta, da, da, na, pa, pa, va, va, ma, yara, lava, sha, sha, sa, ha. All the aspects of creation come about. Ka is kala, kha is space, ga is gati, gha is gharshana, and every word is representing one aspect of the creation in the book, in our alphabets. This is so where, but what is their origin? Om. In Om, are there any differences? No. But when your attention goes to creation, then we are told, oh, from Om everything has come, collapse everything. So from so many words, what are we studying? We are only studying words, isn't it? Those words are having some meaning. When their words are put in some shloka form, or I'm speaking in English, they form some meaning. But that, and what is one word? For example, Atman is one word. Ta, half ta, ma, na, half na, Atman. Vowel and consonants put together, but it represents what? The self. That word represents the self. Yes, it is part and parcel of the reality. But is the word complete? No, it has a beginning and it has an end. But what is it representing? That which is having no beginning and no end. That word cannot be immortal. It can be immortal. Om can be immortal, not these words. But what it is representing, we have to discover that we are that. Not hold on to the word only. See? So, all this, just like when you go to sleep, all vocabulary collapses. With that, all the vocabulary which represented the world, that world also collapses exactly the same way. When you merge, when you realize that you are the Atman, at that very moment, ignorance with all its expressions collapses in toto. It is destroyed. Thereafter, no, I have to still be careful. Maybe the ignorance will come and catch me. No. As long as you are witness, it can happen. But once you have merged, then it cannot happen. As long as you are witness, there is a possibility something can catch you. As long as you are a brahmachari, you can get married. After sannyasi, you cannot get married. I see. That example. Now everyone understands. Let's conclude here. We'll continue from here in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.